I have a superpower. After I kill someone, I can get their memories from the past 3 years. Before the college entrance exam, I killed my straight A boyfriend and got into college. When I was 9, my parents got divorced. The court gave custody to my mom. I loved my mom, but honestly, I loved my dad more. I would often sneak out to see my dad and play with him. But one day when I went to find him, I caught him kissing another woman. I was furious. Dad had done something wrong. That was why they got divorced. Dad was the bad guy. I stormed into my dad's car and threw a bunch of marbles inside. The marbles got stuck in the brakes and the brakes failed. The woman passed out, and my dad died on the spot. The police checked the security footage and saw that I had put marbles in the car. But a 9-year-old kid didn't know anything and couldn't be held criminally responsible. No one blamed me. Everyone just felt sorry for me. But while I was crying, a flood of memories appeared in my mind. I saw that woman's face. Turns out Dad had been doing bad things for a long time. I saw my parents fighting. I saw Dad secretly taking money from the family. I saw Dad being intimate with that woman, tangled together in a way that made me sick. I threw up. At the same time, I realized something was different about me. As I slowly grew up, I finally understood what that power really meant. In middle school, I was really close with a girl next door named Wen Hui. Her personality wasn't exactly great, but she was very pretty. People said we looked like a princess and her little sidekick. Wen Hui always had better grades than me, except in English. As the English class rep, I helped the teacher grade papers in the office. That was when I would secretly fix a few answers for Wen Hui and add some points, until one day the teacher found out. The teacher didn't blame me. Instead, she blamed Wen Hui. She had never liked Wen Hui, who was pretty and loved dressing up. She said Wen Hui never focused on studying and only played these little tricks. A girl like you is never going to amount to anything. Wen Hui's eyes turned red right away. She shoved her desk away and ran out of the classroom. Wen Hui and I got closer and closer, but sometimes you just have to admit that studying takes talent. Wen Hui and I were together every day, studying for almost the same amount of time. But Wen Hui's grades kept getting better, steadily rising in every subject. I, on the other hand, was stuck in the same place. My mom was disappointed in me, and my mom was all I had left. A vague, dark thought slowly appeared in my mind. What if I killed Wen Hui? If I killed Wen Hui, I would have all her memories from the past 3 years of middle school. Some things should never be thought about. Once the idea gets into your head, it never leaves. So I came up with a plan. The year before, our school had just installed new air conditioners. They worked really well. Wen Hui was pretty short, so she was always seated in the first or second row. I sat around the 5th or 6th row. As summer got closer, the school started turning on the AC. I would often complain about how hot it was. Then during breaks, I'd walk over to Wen Hui's desk, talk to her, and casually set the AC to 61 degrees on high. So Wen Hui often spent entire classes getting blasted with cold air. A few days earlier, I had gone shopping with Wen Hui, and my mom told me to stock up on cold medicine. Do you really need that? It's summer. Why buy cold medicine? My mom said I had AC at home and in class, but outside I was always sweating. The temperature change could make me sick, so she told me to keep some medicine ready. When I saw Wen Hui blowing her nose and saying her head hurt, I knew my chance had come. That afternoon after school, Wen Hui and I walked home together like usual. Let's go sit on the grass by the river for a bit. I pulled Wen Hui forward and purposely chose a spot the nearby convenience store camera could see. I told Wen Hui to open her backpack. When she did, there were 2 bottles of alcohol inside and they looked pretty strong. She took the bottles out of her backpack. Ta-da! Surprise! We're about to become high schoolers. Don't you want to try it? Wen Hui held the bottles and handed one of them to me. I turned away, pretending to suddenly regret it and feel scared. Maybe we shouldn't. Wen Hui, won't your parents get mad? It's fine, come on, just try it. I put on a hesitant look, until Wen Hui firmly pushed one of the bottles into my hand. We talked about a lot of things like our recent exams, our future, our annoying English teacher, and the sunset that evening. When I saw it was almost time, I patted Wen Hui on the shoulder. We should go home. I barely drank. Every time I brought it to my lips, I only took a tiny sip. Wen Hui, though, looked pretty drunk. She could barely stand up straight. I had asked around beforehand. Wen Hui's mom had been working overtime lately, and her dad worked nights. Wen Hui would be home alone. Bye, Wen Hui. See you tomorrow. Oh, right. You're a little sick today. Remember to take some cold medicine when you get home. Wen Hui smiled and nodded. In the glow of the setting sun, her eyes looked like they held a gentle flame. The next morning, my head throbbed with pain. I realized new memories had appeared in my mind. I knew I had succeeded. Wen Hui was dead. When Wen Hui's mom came home that night, she found Wen Hui collapsed in the living room. By the time they got her to the hospital, it was too late. The police investigation concluded that she had been poisoned by taking cephalosporin with alcohol. Back when the internet wasn't common, middle schoolers like us didn't really know that kind of basic safety knowledge. Except for me. The one who had my father's memories from the past 3 years. That's right. The cold medicine Wen Hui and I bought that day had cephalosporin in it. As Wen Hui's best friend and the last person to see her alive, I was called to the police station for questioning. I was a minor, so a parent had to come with me. My mom comforted me. It's okay. The officers just want to ask you a few questions. That's right, sweetheart. Don't be scared. I just need to ask you a few things. They clearly didn't think a little girl like me could have done anything. According to the victim's mother, she normally didn't drink. But that day, the 2 of you drank outside. Why? I looked scared and turned to my mom. Wen Hui said she wanted to drink that day just to try something exciting, then suddenly pulled 2 bottles out of her bag. I didn't want to drink at first. I even told Wen Hui not to. But who knew as I kept talking? I couldn't hold back my tears and they started falling non-stop. The officer nodded. From the footage, it really did look that way. Wen Hui forced the alcohol.